All right, looks like ball won by Langley. Oh, looks like it's HOKS ball up the draw. Jeremiah has it on the, Cole has it on the far side, takes a shot. Saved by the goalie. Langley grabs it, starts bringing it up the floor. Pass it off, ball tipped by Dallin. Guy gets around Dallin, starts coming into the offensive zone, pass it off. Illegal pick, HOKS ball. Levi passes it to Nolan, doesn't go. Ball loose still. Langley grabs it, gets possession. Langley has it, far pass up to the close side here. Bringing it down, they're setting up, making a change. Langley tries to pass, misses into the inside. Gets it in the corner, far corner, comes out up top. Pass it over to the close side, looking to make a shot. Totally misses the net. Ball goes down the floor, bouncing. AJ's chasing it. Shot clock violation. HOKS ball. AJ has it in the corner. Gets to the net. Gets a shot as he's falling. Another shot by Ethan. Guy's working the guy in front of the bench here. Ball comes loose. Another guy grabs it. Brings it down from Langley. Langley has it in the close corner here. Brings it out up top. Over to the far side. Back to the close side here. Tries to get around Teo. Doesn't. Cuts back up top to the other side. Shot from far out. Levi with the save. Caden trying to grab the ball. Gets it. Loses it. Langley grabs possession. Fresh 30 for them. 17:30 left in the first. Langley has it on the close side. Shot from outside. Tries to get through. Gets a shot. Saved by Levi. Going to get another reset here when they get in possession of the ball. Another reset there. Bringing it up the floor. Have it at center. Over on the far side. Back up top. Shot from far. Tries to go back to the middle. Shot over the net. HOKS ball. Crease violation. Caden has it. Pass it up to Dallin at center. Dallin gets around his guy. Pass it up to Gray. Crease violation. Ball at center here. Langley grabs it. Starts coming up the floor. Have it in the close corner. Comes back up top. Looking to make a shot. Saved by Levi. Ball still loose. Langley grabs it. Loose again. Langley grabs it in the corner. Again. Back up top. Eddie on top of his guy. Back to the close side. Guy back up top. Shot on Levi. Save again. Jamie grabs it. HOKS making a change. Jamie grabs it. Brings it up the floor. Looking to make a pass here. Gets it off to Connor in the offensive zone. Connor gets it over to Eric. Eric loses it. Lewis back on D. One-on-one. Guy can't get around him. Other guy has it on the far side. Back to the guy in the middle. Down to the far side. Saved by Levi. HOKS getting a penalty here. Refs call a slash. Langley start with it at center. 5-on-4 power play for 2 minutes. 15:10 left in the first. Gets it down low. Cole has it. Gets it knocked loose. Caden grabs it. Starts running up the floor. Pass it off, gotta get it across center. Jamie gets it across center. Ball down at far end. Langley starts with the ball, bringing it up the floor. Langley has it on the far side. Up top, back to the middle here. Back to the far side. Back up top, far side, down to the far corner. Back to the close side, goes through the crease violation, Hawks ball. Caden grabs it, starts running up the floor. Pass it up to Dallin. Dallin has an offensive zone. 1 minute left on the penalty kill, power play. Hawks looking to kill off 30 seconds here. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Dallin has it over to Lewis on the close side. Down to AJ behind the net. AJ crease violation. Langley brings up the ball up the floor. Setting back up on the power play. 38 seconds left on the power play. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Down on the back up top. Back to the close side. Back up top. Close side. Makes the shot from far out. Levi with the save. Pass it up to Dallin. Dallin's got a partial 2-on-1. Looking to go to the net. Backs off. Still got 14 seconds to kill. Easy chance for the Hawks to kill off this power play. Dallin has it. Back to Caden in the middle. Caden's got it in the corner. Back to Jamie in the middle. Gets put on net. Power play's over. 13-13 left in the first period. Langley bringing it up the floor. Pass it off. Pass it off to the guy on the close side here, down to the close corner. Bringing it around. Guy trying to go to the middle. Doesn't get through. Stopped by the Hawks. Caden starts bringing it up the floor. Pass it off to Jamie on the close side. Pass it up to Jeremiah. Hawks finishing the change here. Corner here. Guy looking to go to the net. Tries to pass it back. Nice stick from Eric. Eddie grabs the ball. Pass it up. A little too far. Ball bounces up. Everyone misses it so far. Ball over the boards. Langley ball off a missed pass. Langley has the ball, bringing it up. Out on the far side. Back to the close side here. Cut into the middle. Gray grabs the ball, starts running up the floor. Loses the ball at center on the double team. Langley brings the ball back up the floor. Guy has it on the close side here. Far side, cuts to the middle. Saved by Levi. Lewis grabs the ball, loses it. Passes up to Ethan. Langley grabs the ball. Starts coming back up the floor. Have it on the far side, looking to get around his guy. Shot. Crease violation. Hawks ball behind the net. Dallin grabs the ball, starts coming up the floor. Pass it off to Teo on the far side. Pass it up to Cole. Works his way to the middle. Cuts back. Pass it over to Jeremiah. Jeremiah down to Eric. Gets a shot. Saved by the goalie. Ball's in the corner. Guy gets away from the couple guys. Couple of Hawks players. Pass it off to his guy. Starts bringing it up the floor. They're making a change here. Pass it off. Pass it down to the far side. Back to the close side here. Cuts to the net. Blocked by Cole. Jamie grabs it. Starts moving up the floor a bit. Got a little bit of room here. Both teams making partial changes. Gets it up to AJ in the offensive zone. AJ has it on the close side here. Cuts to the middle, over to Connor. Shot saved by the goalie. Langley takes over. Got a far pass here, starting it up. Far side. Shot saved by Levi. Ball's looking to get got recovered by Langley. Shot over the boards, or over the glass. Hawks ball. Hawks start behind the net. Pass it up to Caden. Caden up to Dallin. Dallin's got a guy on him at center here. Hawks finishing the change. Dallin still has it on the far side. Pass it over to Eric on the close side. Down to Teo. Teo still has the ball. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Got it down to Ethan. Ethan with the shot. Got the reset. Can't get the ball back. Langley grabs the ball. Bringing it up the floor. Guy cuts back. Pass it over to the far side. Finishing up the change for Langley. Over to the close side here. Guy has it up top. Cutting back, trying to deke around Lewis. Can't get around him. Over to the far side. Shot. Saved by Levi. Scoops the ball up. Hawks ball. Pass it up to Nolan. Nolan runs up the floor. Gets past center. Tries to pass into Connor. Doesn't go. Down to the goalie. Looking to make a pass. Pass it off to the guy right beside him. Over to the far side. Back to the close side. Langley's in the offensive zone with 2 guys. Changing the other 3. Cut to the middle. Shot saved by Levi. Jamie grabs it. Brings it up. Pass it off to AJ at center. AJ's got 1 guy back. Only guy down there is AJ right now. Hawks finishing the change. Pass it off to Cole. Shot from outside. Ball gets off past the goalie. Looks like we got a goalie timeout. Water break. At 6:56 of the first. Langley starting with the ball in front of their net after the goalie timeout. Brings it up the floor. Ball gets knocked loose. Oh, ball up from AJ, a little bit too far for Eddie, but he gets to it. Eddie passed it back to AJ. Hawks have possession in the offensive zone. Pass it over to Ethan. Ethan has it on the far side. Gets a shot. Save. Calling crease on that one. I would put money that was not crease. I got that one on video. Langley bringing it up the floor. Shot. Levi with the save. Fighting for the ball here. Hawks ball. On the illegal pick. AJ has it over to Eddie on the close side. Eddie up to Nolan. Nolan dodges his guy. Pass it off to Connor. Connor to Gray. Missed the net there. Over the boards. Langley ball. Pass it up. Got the guy at center. Langley bringing it into the offensive zone. Have it on the close side here. Looking to make a shot from outside. Misses the net. Gray grabs it. Starts running up the floor. Goes behind the net. Cuts around. Pass it off to Caden up top. Pass it off to Eric. Comes off the bench. Eric dekes to the middle. Gets a shot. Saved by the goalie. Try another shot. Langley grabs it. Starts bringing it up the floor. Pass it off to his guy at center. Over to the close side here. Trying to get around a guy. Can't get it through. Aaron pass to the middle. Jamie grabs it. Starts running up the floor. Hawks making a change. Cuts back. Gives him a little more room to make a pass here. Pass it off to Ethan. Ethan down to Dallin. Dallin brings it back up top. Down to Ethan. Doesn't catch. Goalie grabs it. Pass it off. Guy in the corner. Ethan gets on him. Pass it up. Got his guy up the floor. Change of possession. Eddie brings the ball down the floor. Pass it over to Dallin. Shot saved by the goalie. Langley brings it up. We got about a 2-on-2 or a 2-on-1 partially. Saved by Levi. Langley grabs it again. Shoots, misses. Dallin grabs it. Bringing it up past center. Pass it off to Caden. Caden has it at center. Down to Jeremiah in the offensive zone. Cuts to the middle. Shoots. Misses, grabs his ball back. Gets it to Lewis. Gets a shot. Gray grabs it. Pass it over to Caden. Caden back to Gray. Tries to get a deke around. Needs to pass it off here. Pass it off to Caden. 16 seconds left. Pass intercepted. 1-on-1. Gray gets kind of in the way of the guy there. Doesn't get a good shot off. Caden grabs it after the shot. Tries to get around the guy. Pass it off to center to Ethan. Ethan gets around his guy. Ethan has it in the corner. Ethan cuts back up top. Gets a shot off the net. Langley grabs it. Passes it far over to the far to center. Tries to get a pass up to the far end. Levi grabs it. Pass it up to Dallin at center. Levi. Dallin grabs it. Still got 18 seconds left in the shot clock. Brings it down. Hits it off the guy. In the center there, Dallin grabs it. Still Hawks ball, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Jeremiah tries to grab it. Langley grabs it. Shot clock. At about the exact same time, Langley grabbed the ball. Guy brings it back at center. Far side, looking to make a pass to the middle. Shot, misses the net. Over the boards, Hawks ball. Nolan has it in the corner. Nolan brings it up the floor. Pass it off to Cole. Jubbles it at center. Can't grab it. Grabs it after. Eric comes back, grabs it, gets it. Working his way up through center. Loses it. Cole grabs it. Hawks ball. Caden has it in the far corner, back up to Cole. Back to Caden. Still got 19 seconds on the shot clock. Down to Eric. Eric cuts to the middle. Shot, misses the net. Ball bounces over his head. Still got 9 seconds on the shot clock. Caden trying to grab it close from the bench. Gets it. 3 seconds. Ball goes down. Langley grabs it, brings it up. 2 seconds left in the period. Shot from far out, Levi with the save. Period ends 0-0 after 1. All right, back to the second period, 0-0, 20 minutes here. Even strength, both teams. Caden on the draw. Illegal procedure. Langley gets the ball off the drop. Has it on the far side in the corner. Lewis with the ball back to the middle. Ball gets blocked by Hawks. Langley grabs it in the corner. Comes out front. Gray passes it up to Jamie. Jamie brings it up the floor. Pass it back to Caden. Caden has the ball intercepted. Ball shot on net. Levi with the save. Pass it over to the far side. Back up top, over to the guy on the close side, down to the close corner. Finally trying to get some room to get a shot. Shot blocked. Hawks getting a penalty, holding. Langley starting with the power play at 18:24 of the second period. 2-minute power play. Up top, over to the far side, down to the far corner. Back to the middle. Doesn't catch the pass in the middle. Jamie grabs it. Got to get across center here. Guy gets hit there. Doesn't get across center in the amount of time. Langley gets the ball. 1:29 left in the power play. Pass it up top, over to the far side, up top, back up the middle. Close side up top. Far side, top, far side. Tries to get it to the guy in the middle. Shot gets deflected. Loose ball foul. Langley gets it back. 30 seconds. Shot through the middle. Scores. Power play goal. .17:06 left in the first. Nolan on the draw, starting after the goal. Hawks ball. Ref called it Langley ball. The refs are arguing with each other here. Refs can't decide what the call was, so they're going to do a new draw. Nolan back on the draw. Langley gets it. Eric gets it. Hawks ball after the procedural error on the draw. Pass it over to Connor. Connor tries to get around the guy, loses the ball. Dallin gets in the corner and grabs it, brings it back out. Jeremiah to AJ in the middle, doesn't get through, loses the ball. Connor trips there. Langley bringing it up the floor, have it on the far side at the blue line. Gets around his guy. Tries to get a shot through, doesn't get through. Jeremiah grabs it, starts bringing it up the floor. Gets it to center. Looking to pass it off. Gets it Eddie in the corner. Eddie passes it to Gray. Comes off the bench. Down to Eddie. Back up to the middle. Shot. Shot saved. Langley gets the ball, gets a 30-second reset there. Eddie, ball knocked loose by Eddie. Grabs the ball, goes behind the net. Pass it up to Teo, doesn't catch. Langley brings the ball up. Langley has it on the close side, tries to deke around his guy. Shot, saved by Levi. Pass it over to Teo on the far side. Teo to Eddie at center. Hawks making a change here on the offensive. Eddie backs up. Pass it down to Lewis. Lewis down to Jamie. Jamie trying to dig around. Gets it to AJ. AJ loses the ball. Langley grabs it. Start coming up the floor. Langley has it on the far side. Cuts to the middle. Tries to cut to the net. Shoots, misses the net, over the glass. Hawks ball. Jamie starts with the ball, bringing it up the floor. Pass it up to AJ in the offensive zone. Tries to get around his guy, cuts to the middle. Pass it off to Connor, but it's intercepted. Brings it up the offensive zone, coming down the far side. Langley has it on the far side. Down to the far corner. Gets a shot. Saved by Levi. Langley.
That's terrible.
Calling a penalty on the hit by Hawks. Weak penalty again in BC for the Alberta team.
That's Bush.
Power play for Langley here. Langley have it on the far side, back up top to the middle. Peeks around his guy, tries to go, goes back out, gets deflected. Back up top on the close side here. Tries, shoots. Saved by Levi. Langley grabs it in the corner, brings it back up top. Back up top to the middle. Shoots, misses the net. Ball goes all the way down the floor. Goalie grabs it. Deflects it up to his player. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Pass all the way up. Back to the far side. Over to the far side. Saved by Levi. Jamie grabs it off the shot. Pass it up to Caden. Gets across center with the ball. Loses it. Langley grabs it. 53 seconds left on the power play. Langley has it on the far side. Back up top. Guy looking to maybe make a shot. Pass it off to the guy on the close side. Over to the far side, down low. Back to the middle, guy cutting. Saved by Levi. Deflects it. Gets it past their guy. Dallin grabs it. Cuts back. Pass it up to Lewis. Can't connect. 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Or the penalty, sorry. 26 on the shot clock. 24. Langley has it on the far side. Back up top on the close, on the far side. Down low, back over. Nice passing play by Langley. Tic-tac-toe, put it in the corner. Another power play goal. That's 2 power plays, 2 goals. on the draw. Eric picks it up off the draw. Pass it up to Jeremiah in the offensive zone. Back to Eric in the middle, doesn't go through. Ball loose in the corner. Langley ball. Pass it down to the far side up top. Guys changing, coming off the bench. Pass it over up top on the close side, down to the close corner. Gets to the guy in the middle. Saved by Levi. Levi pass it up to Eric at center. Eric cuts back, loses the ball. Cole gets it back. Langley getting a penalty. Hawks going to the power play. First power play of the game. 9:11 left in the second. 2-0 Langley. Eric starts with the ball at center. Pass it down to Connor. Connor down to Ethan in the corner. Ethan back to Connor. Connor back to Eric. Eric back to AJ. AJ to Eric. Bobbles the ball there. Gets it back to Connor. Oh, ball bobbles again. Can't hold on to the ball here, guys. Langley have 2-0 here. Big save by Levi. Nolan has it on the offensive zone. Pass it off to Gray. Gray down to AJ. Back to Gray. Back to Nolan up top. Back to Gray. Down to AJ. Gets a shot, doesn't get through. Gray grabs it, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Gotta get a shot. Shot, saved by the goalie. Langley brings it up to 4, 38 seconds left on the power play. AJ knocks it loose. Langley grabs it. Hawks getting a penalty here, roughing, with 12 seconds left. Gets an additional unsportsmanlike and 10-minute misconduct. All right, 5-on-4 power play for Langley. 4-minute penalty here. Refs again can't figure what's going on here. Sitting here. Langley have it on the close side here. Up top, down to the far corner, back to the far side up top, down low, far side, or close side, far side back. Ball bounces out of the way. Saved by Levi. Trying to get the ball back here. Shot from up top, tries, fakes it. Far side, down low, back up top on the far side, back up top to the middle, far side, top up middle, shot, saved by Levi. Gets the ball and scores. Three nothing. Another power play goal. Still got a ball knocked down the offensive zone. Goalie grabs it. Gives it to his guy, brings it up to center. Back up top. Minute 40 left on the second penalty. Okay, need to get our sticks up, guys. Cut to the middle, save. Pass it up. Lewis can't gather it. Goalie grabs it. Pass it off. Far side down low. Loses the ball. Lewis grabs it. Slips. Loses the ball, but it goes down the floor. Kills a bit of time. Langley getting a penalty here for a slash. Hawks going to a 4-on-4 for 40 seconds roughly. And then a power play for a minute 15. Gray starts with it. Comes up. Pass it off to Nolan. Nolan back to Gray. Gray to Eric on the far side. Eric to the middle. Loses the ball. Nolan tries to grab it. Caden grabs it back. Illegal loose ball foul. Langley ball. Hawks are on a power play now. Holds on to the ball, scores somehow. Short-handed goal. Caden on the draw here. We got a power play. Langley gets it off the draw. Pretty much can kill the power play here if they gain possession for the entire 30 seconds here. Pass it off to the far side. Hits the net. Ball bounces back to center. Reset. Guy gets a lane to the net. Saves. Guy's fighting for the ball in the corner. AJ grabs it. Gets a kind of a 2-on-1 coming here. Tries to get over to Connor, can't go. Connor grabs it. Connor to Teo. Making a change here. AJ back to the top up to Jeremiah. Over to Cole. Shot saved by the goalie. Goalie makes a long pass up the center. Langley bringing it down on the far side. Passes the guy in the middle. Down to the close side here. Back to the middle. Gets his ball back. Shot from outside. Ball gets picked up by Langley. Back up to the middle. Tries to. Teo grabs it. Pass it to Jeremiah. Doesn't go. Carried over. 4-0 after the second. All right, back to the third. All right, Langley gets the ball off the draw, brings it down to the far corner. Shot from far out, misses the net. Guy has it, uses his hand. That's HOKS ball. Jeremiah down to Eddie. Eddie to Connor. Connor hit in front. Langley has it. Pass it back and forth. Pass it up the center. Ball tipped. Cole has it. Pass it up to Dallin. Dallin's trying to get it in the corner. Does. Still fighting for it. AJ grabs it in the corner, brings it around, up top. 11 seconds on the shot clock for Jeremiah. Down to AJ in the middle. Gets a shot on net, saved by the goalie. Langley gets it in the corner off a crease violation. Ball knocked loose by Dallin. Langley's still making a change here. 9 seconds only left on the shot clock here. Have it on the card, close side here. Trying to go to the middle. 2 seconds. Shot clock violation. Nolan grabs it in the corner. Pass it off to Gray off the bench. Over to Connor on the far side. Connor back to Caden. Caden to Teo. Teo down to Gray. Gray over to Connor. Gets a shot, saved by the goalie. Langley bring it up the floor on the far side. Back to the middle. Shot by Langley, misses the net, goes all the way down the floor. Goalie comes out to play it. Pass it up, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Guy has it at center. Gets around to Teo, shoots. Langley grab it off the shot. Loose ball foul. HOKS ball. Caden brings up the floor to Teo. Teo passes it, intercepted. Dallin knocks it loose. Teo recovers it. Pass it to Lewis. Lewis has it at center. Gets around his guys. Pass it off to Caden at center. Down to Dallin on the far side. Eric coming through the middle. Dallin has it. A little slip up there on the floor. Nolan has it. Down to Eric. Doesn't get through. Eric grabs it. 2 seconds. Shot clock violation. Langley ball. Pass it off. The guy coming off the bench to the far side. Guy cutting back to the middle. Makes a pass to the close side. Guy cuts to the middle. Shot saved by Levi. Nolan grabs the ball. Pass it over to Eddie. Eddie grabs it. Starts running up the floor. Pass it down to AJ in the offensive zone. AJ to Connor in the middle. Connor shoots from outside. Can't get it to go. Misses the net. Ball loose in the corner. Langley grabs it. Ball loose. Connor trying to grab the ball in the corner. Two guys on him. Langley gets the ball, brings it up the floor. Have it at center. Pass it over to the close side. Down to the far side. Guy has it in the corner behind the net. Comes behind, pass it up to the close side here. Guy cuts to the middle. Misses the net. Oh, it bounds over the boards, hit the roof. Hawks ball. Gray brings it up the floor. Pass it down to Eddie on the boards. Eddie to Dallin. Crease. Langley ball. Pass it up. Over the boards. Hawks ball. Caden has it at center. Has it to Teo on the close side. Down to Eddie. Langley getting a penalty here. Nolan comes off the bench. Got an extra attacker on here. Connor. Dallin comes down. Gets around his guy. Pass it to Eric. Gets a shot. Saved by the goalie. Hawks going to the power play. Langley getting a holding penalty. 2 minutes, 12:58 left in the game. Oh, ball goes past the ref. Killing some time here. AJ starts with the ball at center. Brings it down. Over to Connor on the far side. Down low to Ethan. Back to Connor. Connor back to AJ. AJ back to Connor. Connor to AJ. Connor, AJ. Back to Connor. Back to... Goalie ball. Face mask. Guy brings it up the floor. Pass it over to the far side. Gets around his guys. Shoots, save. Gray grabs it. Starts running it up the floor. Over to Ethan. Shot, saved by the goalie. Pass up, misses his guy. Bounces off the boards. Ball loose. AJ brings it up the floor. Trying to get one here on the power play. 33 seconds left. AJ down to Eddie. Eddie back to AJ. AJ to Nolan. Nolan to AJ. Back to Nolan. Connor. Connor shoots, misses the net. Goes all the way down the floor. Shot clock violation. Langley ball in the offensive zone. 6 seconds left in the power play. Even now. 10:34 left in the third. Back to the middle here. Guy cuts to the middle. Penalty on Hawks here. Power play for Langley.
Good call, Bob.
Langley on the power play here. 4-minute power play. 9:51 left in the game. Over to the far side. Back to the close side. Down low. Gets the ball back. Back up top to the top. Shoots, saved by Levi. Langley gets the ball back. Back up top. Cuts to the middle, shoots, scores. Power play goal. 5 of 4 have been power play goals. Nolan wins it back into the offensive zone. Langley picks it up. 2-minute power play still. Back to the middle up top. Back up top. Over the far side. Down to the far corner. Down low. Back up top. Shot. Save. Shot, save, another save. Jeremiah grabs the ball, starts running up the floor. Pass it off to Cole. Shot. Need to kill some time on the penalty kill here. Out of shot clock. Just kill the time. Caden back to Cole. Ball loose. Back to the goalie. Langley brings it down. 34 seconds left on the penalty kill. Back down low to the far corner, or close corner here. Back up top. Back up to the top. Far side. Save. Almost goes in. Lewis grabs it. Brings it up the boards. Lewis gets around 3 guys. Ball's loose. Penalty over. 6:47 left in the game. Holding penalty for Hawks. Langley ball, 6:07 left in the third. Langley have it on the far side. Back up to the middle up top. Close side. Down low on the close side, back up top. Shot, misses the net. Misses. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Somehow they got a reset there. Shouldn't have got a reset. Goalie water break coming up here. All right, Hawks ball coming out of the goalie timeout for water. AJ starts with it in the net, in the crease. Brings it up the floor. Gets around the guy. Comes the offensive zone. Gets the ball knocked loose. Eric grabs it. Takes around the guy. Passes it down to AJ in the corner. Eric grabs it again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Illegal pick, moving pick. Call on against Hawks. Langley ball. Langley brings it up the floor. 55 seconds left on the power play. Langley have it. Pass it up. Back up top. Over the far side. Back up top. Close side. Up top. Ball locked loose by AJ. Ball spread down to the corner. Shot clock violation. Hawks ball it. Hayden grabs it in the corner. Move it. Penalty against Langley. Hit from behind, 4 minutes, 20 seconds, and Hawks will have a power play for 3 minutes, 40 seconds. 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. The 22nd was on the wrong side though. Trying to figure out the clock here. The 20-second penalty was on the wrong side, but not a big deal. .423 left in the third. Trying to get it figured out here on the clock. Refs are waiting. Close enough. 20 seconds of 4-on-4, and then Hawks have a power play. Ethan has it. Pass it to Gray. Gray over to Ethan. Ethan back to Eric up top. 10 seconds. Gray has it. Smith shoots, misses the net. Ethan has it. 1 second. Shot clock violation by Hawks. Langley has the ball in the corner. Bringing it up the floor. Guy slips a bit. Dallin can't get him. Guy has in the offensive zone down to the far corner. Hawks almost have a power play for the rest of the game. They can sail the penalty box. Eric had it, loses it. Shot. Misses the net. Hawks ball. Nolan grabs the ball, brings it up the floor. Nolan to AJ in the middle. AJ to Nolan. Down to Connor in the corner. Back to Nolan. Back to AJ. Down to Connor. Connor, Nolan, AJ. Down to Eddie in the corner. Shoots. Save. Jeremiah grabs the ball. Over to Nolan. Nolan back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah back to the middle. We need a shot here, guys. We're going to keep digging there. Ball loose. Off blue. Hawks ball. AJ down to Eddie in the corner. Jeremiah up to Eddie up top, or AJ up top, sorry. Connor in the corner, back to Nolan. Back to AJ. AJ down to Nolan. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Langley picks it up. Passes it. Guy catches it in front of the Hawks bench, trying to get himself to the net. Shoots. AJ tries to grab it. Levi grabs it. Pass it up to Jeremiah. Jeremiah brings it up the floor. Another new line out here. 1:44 left in the game. 1:21 left in the penalty. Hawks trying to get one here. Teo back to Gray. Gray to Eric. Eric to Dallin. Dallin shoots, misses the net. Shot clock violation. Langley gets the ball in the corner. Pass it over to the middle. He's going to kill the rest of the penalties. Moving pick. Teo has it. Pass it off to Caden, to AJ. AJ to Ethan. Ethan back to Nolan. Nolan to AJ. AJ down to Caden. Caden back to Nolan. Back to AJ. Over to Ethan. Ethan back to Nolan. Pass intercepted. Ball knocked loose. Ethan grabs it back. Back to Nolan. Back to AJ. Back to Ethan. Saved by the goalie. .24 seconds left in the game. 2 seconds left in the power play. AJ grabs it. 10 seconds. 10! AJ bringing it down the floor, looking to make a move here. Game over. Game over. 5-0 loss for the Hawks. We're back tomorrow in the bronze medal game at 12:30.